Lights, camera, action. Welcome back to another episode of Unlimited Talk on the Black Unlimited Talk Show with your host, me, myself, Darius Silver. I'm back for another episode. My apologies again. I know the inconsistency is getting y'all, but believe me, it's ramping back up. I promise you, more episodes are coming soon. More quality hot topics episodes are coming soon. But I'm back with another episode of Unlimited Talk with some hot topics, some hot conversation, some much needed discussion. As I always say, don't forget to check out my social media platforms on the screen: Facebook, Instagram, and what's real, and stay connected to me on this talk show, on this platform, YouTube as well, as always. Furthermore, I know you guys are ready for another episode, so let's get straight into it. As I always say, let's ride. So for today's episode, I really thought this one out. Well, I think all my episodes truly out, but I really thought about this one truly. And I said, what better way of coming back for another episode to you guys that actually is happening every single day on a daily basis in average people's lives or celebrities' lives. So I really thought this one out, and I thought this would be pretty cool for you guys to listen and talk about, and leave me you guys' opinions in the comment section below, or in my DMs, or whatever. How comfortable you guys, no matter how comfortable you guys, you would want to do both. So yeah. So for today's topic is this: the good and the bad of being the first minority to do something. When I say minority, when I say blacks, women, Asian Americans, Hispanics, etc. So when I say the first minority to do something, for example, she's the first woman to ever do so and so and so. He's the first African American to do so and so and so. He or she's the first Hispanic to do something so and so and so. That's what I mean. And there's positives to it and there's negatives to it. And I want to talk about both, right? Because I do believe it's a 50-50 circle, or in my opinion, that is always a good to something, it's always a bad to something. I believe this particular topic is a good and a bad. That's just my opinion. And I feel like we all have our opinions, but I want to talk about my opinion today. And I want you guys to leave me you guys' opinion as well. So let's get straight into it. So I'm always a firm believer that when something's accomplished, it should be celebrated. No matter who it is, no matter where it's coming from. No matter if it's coming from a woman, a person of color, a black person, an Hispanic, Asian American, someone who comes from a different background, culture. I'm a firm believer of when someone accomplishes something, it should be celebrated. But I'm not a firm believer of it's a continuous circle where things are still being hard to accomplish by minorities. When something is accomplished by minorities, it has to be celebrated because it doesn't happen too often. And I feel like it should happen more often, and that comes with opportunities. So when I say there's a negative side to that, that is a negative side. Because when someone accomplishes something that's pretty difficult to do, it should be highly celebrated, highly accomplished. But you need to think about the second part to it. It doesn't happen too often. And I understand that records are meant to be broken, and I understand that something that's worth having needs to be worked at, or hard work needs to be put into it. I'm a firm believer of that. But when it comes to, you don't see in the record books or in certain ways that you don't see many minorities accomplishing these hard things, because one, they don't get the opportunities to do so. Or two, they don't have the resources to do so. 3, they have the people around them to help them do so. When I say people, the right people around them help them do so. And 4, they feel like do they really have a chance? That's 4 oppositions right there, right? When you think about that. So when you think about the negative side to that, I'm very well thought out, because it's not the right thing to do sometimes. It's not the right way to see it sometimes. Even though it should be accomplished, it should be talked about, it should be celebrated. Easy, it should be celebrated because it's the right thing to do. And it's about progress, continuous progress. And I'm talking about the negative. I'm talking about the positive side of it. That is the positive. That's the only part of the positive side I could probably think about. Is that it was something that was hard to do, something that was difficult to do, something that took a lot of time and effort and energy and a lot of heart and mind into it. You know, it should be celebrated to its fullest, and that shows progress. That's the positive. It shows progress that, you know, and it should be, you know, getting all of its attention, because when more people see that she did this, he did that, this person from that background did that, this person from that background did this, it gets more eyes on it. It gets more eyes on the actual event or accomplishment, and it shows that minorities are something. Minorities have a skill. Minorities have a mind. Minorities can do this. Minorities can do that. It shows a lot of people that, you know, things can be accomplished, but it needs, a person needs a chance, a person needs opportunity, a person needs resources, a person needs a team around them, or in some instance, a person just needs someone to believe in, right? And it's a full-on way of thinking about it. And like I said, there's a good positive way to it, and there's a negative effect to it. And I'm always looking at the negative. I'm a positive person, but when I look at the negative side of it, the negative side beats out the positive side, because so many people don't get the opportunity and chance to get those accomplishments, to get those, I won't say rewards, but get those things that they want and want to reach for and strive for. So people can move up the ladder, so people can open up this door, so many people can, you know, get things that they feel like they need and want and should be working towards. And I won't say there's a negative side to it, but it's the truth. And the more people that talk about it or bring these things to light, bring more awareness to it, the more, I won't say things will start changing, but the more eyes will start to open up. I always say that's my responsibility, that's my job with this talk show, to bring more awareness, more eyes to these issues, opinions about it, more conversations, discussions about it. These things should be had and talked about, and I feel like it's important to do so. As a talk show host, that brings hot topics and conversations and discussions to the forefront. That's my job, and I feel like this was a good topic to talk about, the good and the bad of a minority being the first person to do something, being the first minority to do something. And when I think about that, yeah, that goes on for decades, years. It happens to this day. You see it on social media, you see it in the workforce, you see it everywhere. And you get to a point where it's like, damn, can this ever be normal? Where this black person did that. He's not the first black person to do it, but he did it. He accomplished that. Being aside from a black person doing it. That's what I'm trying to go with it. Like, it shouldn't be always celebrated. He was the first black person to do something, blah, blah, blah. It should be a continuous circle of black people, women, Hispanics, Asian Americans, people come from different backgrounds and cultures, that they continuing to be in this pipeline and this funnel of accomplishing things, and not being certain, small little statistics of being people doing it, not just one person, two people doing it. It should be a whole funnel, a whole pipeline. It shouldn't be just one or two people every 5, 6, 7, 10 years. That just shows the opportunities that don't really be given to people. It shows the resources that will be given to people. It shows the knowledge and awareness that the people just don't care. It really shows that. when you actually think about it, right? So I want you guys to think about it. I'm gonna continue to think about it. I want you to continue to take these topics and issues I bring to you guys and just actually really think about it. Because when you actually think about that, you realize there's a lot of issues that are still happening in this world. There's a lot of issues that should be continued to talk about and worked out in some type of way. And I don't feel like it just should be my job. It should be everybody's job. No matter where you come from, no matter where you get, no matter if you're white, no matter if you're black, no matter if you're a woman, or no matter if you're a man, no matter who you are, it should be everybody's responsibility to speak up on these issues and help find a solution for these issues. That's what I want. That's what should be done. All right, that's my job. So that's today's episode. I'm gonna say it one more time. Today's episode and topic was the good and the bad of a minority being the first person to do something. All right, that's for today's topic. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed talking about it. I hope you guys enjoyed talking about it. If you want to continue to follow me on my journey and talk show, growing this talk show and podcast, stay connected with me on this platform, YouTube. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Much appreciated. My social media platforms, as always, is on the screen. Give it a quick follow, quick look over. I promise you won't be disappointed. Follow me on Facebook. Got some exclusive content going on, exclusive episodes for that particular platform happening over there. So make sure you guys go check that out and follow that particular platform. And yeah, stay connected with me. I promise you. I got more content and good topics coming down the line. I feel like you guys are going to enjoy. I'm David Silver, the host and founder of this talk show, bringing hot topics, hot discussions, and quality conversations to the forefront for everybody. So as I always say, stay mellow, keep that mellow mind, stay focused. As my man Cam Newton says, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. One love, boom.